You've probably heard of the phrase, what came first, the chicken or the egg? And you might have your own opinion about that. But right now, I think we have a much larger question, and that is, what's more difficult to find, the chicken or the egg?
Hey y'all, it's Brett
And Kara.
with Goat For It, and today we're going to be walking through some evening chores and talking about a change coming to the farm. Let's get to it.
Oh my goodness, y'all are so hungry. That one's for Baker. Boots, come here. Your bottle's over here. Yeah, before we get anything major done this evening, let's get the bottles. Boots, oh my gosh. Boots, come here. Come here. Oh
There.
man. These two are just growing like weeds, honestly. They're only like 4 weeks old, and they are little chunks.
Yeah, they don't look 4 weeks old.
And Baker, I mean, he gets low every time. He likes a realistic bottle experience. Oh, Boots is still quite a bit slower, but they're doing a good job. I like having bottle babies.
They have their pros and cons.
They
Pro,
really
they're
do.
cute and friendly. Con, they're too friendly and they're like dogs.
I am admittedly a little bit nervous about how they're going to be when they're big, stinky bucks.
Yeah.
I don't want them to be like chew all over us. So hopefully we will start working on their section of the buck pen to start their integration in there pretty soon. We just need to get a type of wiring to line that part with that they can't hop through, because these boys, they can go right through the cattle panels right now. So we'll just have to make a few adjustments. Oh, Baker finished his early and he's looking to steal Boots's, but no, he's not going to get to swipe.
Yeah, done.
We should have named him Swiper.
Mm-hmm.
Boots and Swiper. Then we just need a Dora. You two cuties. Y'all are so sweet. Honestly, I did not think that we would be adding any more animals to the farm. But circumstances, locally and nationally, have really made me feel like it's the smart decision. Shiloh, are you just so darn tuckered out?
Looking
Have
a
you
little
been
devious.
watching those babies all day? You're a good girl. Oh gosh. Oh, you. This is not a goat yoga class. And by the way, if you ever think about doing goat yoga, just prepare to have bruises, because their little hooves carry a lot of weight and force behind them. So just be ready. Just be ready. Now, back to petting Shiloh. Before we ever had goats, or even before we had this property, my parents were living on, and they still live, on the property beside us. And we had chickens. And even before that, before we ever moved out here, we had chickens when we lived in this city, and have always loved having them. And they're really like the easiest thing to care for.
Mm-hmm.
You feed them when they're little, you make sure they have enough heat getting to them, and then boom, you got eggs or meat if you have meat chickens. We've always had just laying chickens, and have absolutely loved it. Hey, Dottie. Oh, Dottie, you're looking so round. Look at my big Dottie. Hey, girl. You're looking as round as those circles on you, those moon spots. Let's see if I can feel a baby. She's like, actually, I'd rather you not do that.
It's not that much longer now.
Look at this. Dottie's getting her cute little udder. It is so adorable. And she's already starting to kind of loosen up a little bit, even though she still has quite a long time until she kids. Over a month, like a month and a week, pretty much. So we are highly anticipating those babies.
Very much.
I cannot wait to see what they look like and what Cash produces, because he's, he hasn't had any before. He hasn't. Yeah, y'all can't wait either? Have more friends to play with? Yeah.
More bottle.
Right. Well, we will definitely use that hybrid bottle raising method where they get bottles in the morning and then hopefully can be with Dottie the rest of the day. We'll just have to see how she does as a mom, though, because she hasn't had babies before. We'd hoped that by this time we'd have some turkey eggs and maybe some baby turkeys on the ground, but it just hasn't happened yet. And honestly, our chicken population has diminished quite a bit as well. The first chickens we got when we came out here at my parents' place was back in 2020. So they are kind of old for chickens, especially for being the heavy producers that they are. And a lot of them have passed away, or they just don't lay very much anymore. We still get a few dozen every single week, and that's great. But we really need more eggs for both of our families.
Yes.
And so we made a decision to go look around and see if we could find some baby chicks. We went to the big name brand ones like Tractor Supply and Atwoods, and they were both out and said, oh, come back in a few days. In a few days, they still didn't have any more. And even our local non-big stores, just, small mom and pop type shops, they also haven't gotten in any chickens at all, and they're hoping that they get some in. And the fact that our stores locally don't have any baby chicks or any kind of birds in stock is a huge deal, because you can't order them from the hatcheries. The hatcheries, most of them are not selling to individuals, and on their sites it says, please visit your local stores and buy chicks from there. And you should be seeing the problem. If they don't have any birds in store, how are we supposed to get birds? So we've done something that we've never done before, and are gonna try adding a new thing to the farm.
The turkeys have been enjoying their new pen, and no little weenie dogs have gotten through this fence this time, so that's great. But we still have no eggs. They are still sleeping outside of their beautiful little house, but I have seen Philip go in there. I've yet to see Featherington go in the house, but you can tell they've been ruffling around in there.
What I just noticed was Boots, he came up to the fence and he did get shocked by it, which is good, that he actually ran back from it. Let's see if Baker does as well. Baker, do not do it. Do not. Oh, good. That's what we want to see, is that he's getting back. Like someone pointed out in the last video, they got shocked and they ran straight through the fence when that happened. And really, you're going to get one of two responses. Usually, the first few times they get shocked, they will go ahead and run on through. But eventually, they'll learn that they can just get back from the shock and not be shocked anymore. And then after enough times of having that unpleasant little shock, they avoid the netting altogether. They'll still come by and test it every now and then, though. They are naughty like that. So you still have to keep it on even past that point. But that's good. If it's keeping goats out, then should be keeping our little egg stealer dog out of there. Little tiny weenie dog Ari. So I think
the main weakness
it's a good sign.
Is getting ran through the fence, though. That is the weakness of the electric fence. We've seen it with many dogs that we've tried to pin up in here. They'll just bulldoze through.
But with enough times of being placed back in here, especially if you train them on a leash and just let them go up to it and then pull them back when they get shocked, they do eventually learn it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, all these barks.
What is it, Scout?
Scout might see some deer over there. I saw some deer this morning as I was leaving.
All right, gang. We'll leave y'all to it. Maybe he's too big to fit in the house. If you think of that.
He could definitely fit in here. Well,
He's a
he's not
wide
always
load.
like this.
I don't know.
Whenever we're out here, a lot of times he's puffed up like this. But at
Mhm.
night, many times whenever we would come out and see them roosting or whatever, he is just a little bit bigger than she is when he's not all fluffed up.
Yeah.
So he could definitely fit in there.
He stays fluffed up though.
He does. He stays very primped.
Big and beautiful.
And you can tell from his lack of feathers on the front bottom that he's definitely attempted to fertilize some eggs.
Yeah.
I just don't know where those are. There's no evidence out here, but I'm confident with their continued effort, it's gonna happen.
One day.
Yeah. What we decided to do when we could not find any birds anywhere was to go ahead and, just like White House on the Hill, we looked on eBay to see what we could find. I knew I wanted to try and produce a sex link chicken. That way at hatch, I will be able to know whether it's male or female. Anyways, the way that you can produce a sex link chicken is through getting barred rock hens, which I think are beautiful anyways. They look like zebra chickens.
Yeah, they are cool.
And crossing them with a Rhode Island red rooster. So to hopefully have great enough odds of that being possible, we have ordered a dozen Rhode Island red hatching eggs and a dozen barred rock eggs. But get this. After I ordered them, the seller sent me a message and said, "Oh, we're sorry, we got way more eggs, or way more orders for eggs than we anticipated. So it might be a little bit longer until we can ship it." I think they'll still be able to ship it relatively soon, hopefully within a week or two. And Brett, how do you feel about us taking on some chickens?
I didn't sign up for this one.
But okay, listen.
I'm forced into it.
Brett loves the turkeys. And if he loves the turkeys, he's gonna love the chickens too, right?
We'll see who gets stuck with all the chicken duties. It's probably me.
I do stuff.
Right.
Brett,
Right.
I will say though, Brett does a lot. Like, he does so much, and I'm so thankful for him. So yeah, have you been able to find eggs or baby chicks if you've been looking for them? And if so, what have the prices been? I haven't even seen baby chicks actually in the store to see what the prices are even like right now. I would think that it would be higher because of supply and demand, but I don't know because I haven't seen any. So let me know in the comments if you have seen any and what those prices look like. And I cannot wait to get them in the mail. I don't know when it's going to be. Hopefully soon. Hopefully within a week or two. And then we'll get to start our incubation process.
And that's all for this one, guys. Remember, if you have a dream,
Go for it.
Bye, all.
Bye.